Hello and welcome to the show. I am here today on BeamNG Drive. We're going to be taking a look at the new official map that has arrived. This West Coast USA is the first urban environment that the game has officially, and I'm kind of curious to see how, okay, my computer is very powerful, but how the frame rate deals with kind of all of this detail, because it certainly looks the part around here. It certainly looks the part. I mean, it's, well, maybe not quite that way because there's a hill over there. Certainly, if you look in this direction, they're kind of buildings as far as the eye can see. There's a couple of racetracks, there's some hills in the distance. This is a big map, and there is a lot of things to crash into essentially down here. So we have a little bit of a flight down the hill. Oh god. You got a wheelie in the covert. Things are fine. Things are fine. It's a lot of speed to be taking down there. There we go. Everything is okay. Yeah, there's a lot of detail on this level. Oh, is that a car showroom? Oh, we're losing the boot. a Gavril showroom. Okay, not expecting there to be well, vehicles inside the building itself. Oh, that looks like that's driving into, well, I say drive into a ball. Do we have braking glass in this game? I don't actually know if we do or not. Probably not. I'm going to hazard a guess, but that's kind of a interior over there. Okay, that's really cool. We found a little showroom. Wonder what other things we might find around this city area. And so far, yeah, I've got to say, it is holding up pretty bloody well. Is that a multi-story car park? Is that accessible? Probably no. I was going to say multi-story car park. It's actually kind of like an underground car park for the giant building above it. Not something that we can get into. But again, it's all of the little details. Now, there is tram cars. Well, there were tram cars. I have seen tram cars around as an option. So I wonder if there is going to be... Oh, what was that down there? Well, there is going to be that around this area. It would make sense after all. Okay, there's just a giant red sign. Whoopsie! We've had a little bit of a spin. Emergency! Yeah, I spun my car and I've broken it. Does that count as an emergency? we got a flat left tire. Excuse me. Do you repair those by any chance? Gonna hazard a guess. Probably not. Where on earth does this road go? Clonking the wall a little bit. There's another petrol. I've seen two different petrol stations so far. Oh, storm drain. That looks like a fun place to go. Maybe what we'll do is we'll just reset our car. Alongside a new map that has been added, there have been various other tweaks and so on. Apparently clutch thermals are now a thing. So much like you can overheat the brakes on some of the basic cars, you can overheat the clutch as well. How fast can we go down the storm drain? Like this is just asking for trouble, because there will be a point where we are going to run out of storm drain, and then there's going to be a very big crash because the V6R4 Covet here is very, very fast. Oh, like this. Uh-oh. Actually, the water might have saved us in all of that. That's a relatively minor clonk. Oh, come on. Roll, 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 roll. Bugger. Okay, the water saved us massively in all of that. Storm drain speedrun sounds like a fun, fun thing to get up to. It's a decent-sized storm drain as well, all the way down here. Oh, engine got starved of oil from being upside down briefly. Uh-oh. Oh, I broke something quite significantly in all of that. My car wasn't driving very straight. Front left axle, front left axle, front right axle broken. I guess drive axles, yeah, okay. Ooh, okay, so the storm drain does continue off over in this direction. So we're now a rear-wheel drive car. Actually came off against that collision with the bridge relatively well. Also, I like the little indicator pops up now to tell you that there's when something has been damaged, you can have it set up there permanently, which is probably what I would do normally. Oh, why did I think the fence was going to be destructible? Like, I'm kind of driving around here in GTA 5 mode. That's kind of the automatic. That's never getting out of there, is it? Nope, we're going to need to repair our car. Actually, shall we go and have a quick ad of... I did go around and add... oh, okay, so it only pops up sometimes. I did go and add some information. I was kind of expecting that to be a permanent thing. I don't know if there are any new apps for letting you know stuff. I mean, sort of the sat nav and so on. A lot of these have been around for quite some time. Vehicle damage app we already do have on. Okay, so it only does appear, probably is a way to set it so that it appears as and when, or permanently. Alright, let's get the car fixed up, that we might be able to actually get out of the storm drain. So we've kind of left the main city behind through unconventional methods. You're not really supposed to leave the city via a storm drain. That's not the normal way out. So we've had the densely populated area. Now we've got the kind of suburbs over here to race around and generally cause chaos in. Yeah. Don't lose the back end. Again, lots and lots of detail in these areas, plenty of stuff to crash into. Okay, the houses are a little bit copy and pasted in places, but let's face it, down the road that I currently live, there are 3 style of housing, and it's just copy and pasted down the entire road. It's just how actual buildings, kind of areas will be built. It's just easier. Oh, okay, this is a dead end. I was going to have a look because I did spy. Oh, we know we can get out of here. Oop, clonk, ow, ow, ow. What the hell was that? What did I lose? Was that like a underside protection-y thing? What have I? What has fallen out of my car? Should I be concerned? What is it? Let's have a. Can we ever pick it up and wiggle it around? I don't know. I think it might just be like a sump guard or some form of front. Yeah, I think it's some form of front protection that's fallen off. Not that this would have a sump guard at the front, but some form of protection at the front that has gone awry. Let's be careful across these curves. Now, this map does also have extensive motorways and actually got some proper junctions as well. It's a little bit weird driving around, seeing this entire place so empty, because there are these massive motorways, huge intersections, and oh, that's not going to go well for me. Huge intersections, and of course no cars around. Oh, everything's on fire. The car does actually still work. It's fine. Nothing has gone wrong. Nothing has gone wrong at all here. Nope. Everything is perfectly under control. I have no steering. Okay, not perfectly under control, but everything is fine. I did also read in the patch notes there's some sort of after fire damage? So fire might have more of an impact on your vehicle rather than just being essentially a visual effect when the tank gets ruptured. That is a very, very, very broken covert. That is very, very broken indeed. So whizzing around on the motorway has its dangers. It has its dangers. I did spot where I wanted to head next. I don't think these motorways have signposts around, unfortunately. It's a little bit more difficult to... Oh, no, tell a lie, they do. Let's go have a look. I'm just curious to know, because there is a couple of racetracks. It looks like to the left of me is where one of them are. Do these signposts say... Oh, no, they're just like road names. They don't have... It'd be kind of cool to have signposts like directing you to, like racetrack as... or whatever the racetrack might be called, off of the... Oh, no, there it does. I lied. I say I lied. Motorsport Park, quarter of a mile, so yeah. Okay, that's neat. It's nice having all of the signposts as well, so you can choose to navigate around the city if you so wish. Oh, God, the brakes on this... Actually, the traffic lights work as well. Oop! Again, not that there's any traffic around. I can only imagine what this game would do if there was traffic. Ah, okay, I must have turned... For a moment wondered what on earth was going on with my car. I must have turned the engine off by accident. Yeah, I can only imagine the crying that would go on from even high-end computers if there was traffic around here. But, still, yeah, I haven't had any issues so far with the old frame rates. So how do we get in here? There has to be a way in. Maybe we follow this road around here. Maybe a way to get into the racetrack. This car is very, very brutal. Now there was a big old grandstand down here. Or maybe I'm just heading towards the car park. Definitely not a way in there. Ah, there's a bridge. That's probably where we're going to want to go. Oh, very, very nearly had an accident. My car is pulling quite badly around, which does not help the drivability side of things. That's a really cool off-road track. Now, I am going to have a brief drive around this circuit first. There are a couple of scenarios that see you do some races, which sound like fun. Oh, this is cool. Like a little kind of paddock area. This is like a small test track, if you like, to drive around. then we have got the main, I think we've got the main circuit, we've got the pit lane down here. I'm looking forward to seeing all of the scenarios and so on, that like the mods and so on that will come out for this city, because there's a lot of potential. Now, which way round the circuit do we go? Not that way. Not that way, because I'm looking at where the braking boards are. This is not the safest thing to be doing in a pit lane. We'll just go flying down the pit lane at 80 miles an hour. Probably be a little bit careful when coming out onto the circuit, because I don't know this track. I haven't actually seen the circuit. Don't know if it's going to be, or let's say it's going to be any good circuit to drive around. Let's go and find out. It's an interesting enough turn 1 here. We've got some. Ooh, we're going to go for a spin in our car. That's not a great start. It's quite a fast circuit, so far around these opening couple of corners. I'm liking it as far as racetracks go, as far as fictional racetracks go. It's not too bad. It's quite narrow in terms of, certainly in terms of bigger race cars like the FR17, the Formula 1 car, and so on. There is not much. You wouldn't really fit 2 of them wide through a lot of the corners. It's going to be a terrifying place to have a big accident. Oh, there's a proper drag strip as well on the infield. Is there... Oh, I think we're supposed to probably have gone... I'm losing control of the back end of my car. So we've kind of got chicanes down the main straight that are open to interpretation. There's various runoff areas around the area. We're not going to... we're going to try to avoid going down. It's going to be a very, very big stop into the next corner. Yeah. Okay, it's got some interesting challenges. A fairly long lap around here. Oh, bloody hell! It's quite bouncy in places for a car like this. This looks like a fun section. Oh, okay, that's a lot tighter corner than I was expecting. That might be my favourite corner on the track so far, and that's going to be the end of the lap. We've got like a nasty little chicane to throw the car through. Yeah, definitely. Oh, we're going to go around. Save it. Not going to save it. We're going to go spinning. Definitely that big downhill section would be my favourite corner on the circuit. The rest of it very fast on the most part. Some interesting elevation changes. Nothing too radical, hence why I kind of quite like the one crazy corner. So, let's give it a brief little look around some of the map. There's still plenty of map to go and explore. I'm going to load up some of the scenarios now and have a go with those. So, at first, we have got a tarmac race. This using that, kind of that car park that we found, although with a few added kind of walls to make the circuit a little bit more, here. There's a couple of mighty winged vehicles, which is always good to see. I've got a fairly tough-looking car. Looks like I could deal some damage to these vehicles. I might... Oh, almost over-revved the engine there. Okay. I mean, I could try and race sensibly against these cars. Sometimes that's not as much fun. And I will be honest, the AI on Beam, by the looks of it, isn't crashing into walls, but also is not massively quick here. We can hopefully slither our way past and overcook it. Overcook it like a fool. Yeah, the AI when it comes to racing is, I've got to say, I'm impressed with its ability to follow the circuit so far. They're not the cleverest of vehicles on the most part. They are doing a pretty good job of following the circuit. They're just not very quick. Can we steal somebody's wing? Yours? No, you're just going to go around. Maybe we can go and steal the Covert's wing. I don't know if I get failed for the scenario if I do something too dumb. Covert, could I borrow your wing, please? I don't have one. I need to borrow the wing. No, I need the wing. Okay, can we make the AIs crash into one another, or will they be good enough? Will they be well enough behaved not to crash into one another? It looks like they doesn't look like they want to really overtake each other. There's a set path that they want to go. Oh, they've crashed into one another, and I'm going to end up clonking the wall in trying to, aim that one. Didn't work. They are still going. Now, these are, by the looks, pretty tough vehicles. Can we go for... No, I'm not going to be able to get a wing steal. Oh, well, we've stolen that wheel. This is how I play demo derbies. You just steal random wheels off of cars. Oh, I wonder what happens if I put an AI on the predetermined part. He's actually got, oh, of course, because it's front-wheel drive, that thing, isn't it? He's got it going. I just don't want the rear wheels. He is determined. I will give him that much. He is very determined. I can't steal the wing off your car. Well, you're gonna have to, that's going to have to do. We'll leave you in a wall. We'll go slow down the leader, and then we'll go and steal maybe a wing. I do admire the commitment from the Covet on 3 wheels, still determined to make its way around here. My car does not drive so good after all of that damage at the front suspension. My car does not drive so good whatsoever. But this is the more entertaining way to do the race. I could very, very easily go and win the race by getting to the front and just driving away, because I'm going to catch, hopefully, fingers crossed at least, catch that leader shortly. Just through pure speed, but trying to steal wheels and stealing wings and so on is, you know, you make your own fun with with these sort of things. Come on, car! It doesn't really turn left anymore, so if we can hit the leader, whatever he's in, if we can hit him with the left-hand side, that Covet is actually still lapping pretty decently. Oh. Put it down by accident, didn't mean to put it into neutral, forgot what gear I was in. This is how I make it a challenge for myself, break my car to the point where it doesn't really drive very well, and then I struggle to simply catch up. Also, we're not really penalised for making up our own track around here. I mean, the checkpoints kind of stop you doing it to an extent, but as a, you know, as a basic little scenario and so on for the area, it is certainly entertaining enough to drive around. Come on. And, oh, you're just going to go straight on, are you? Damn it, couldn't steal the wheel from your car. Can I, look, I just want a wheel, that's all I want. Oh, no, that's not going to work, is it? Come on, turn. Bugger. No, I was hoping I could kind of clip one of the front wheels and pull it off as I went past. However, that was very much not on. Oh, will the Covet catch it over? Well, the Covet might catch, but I don't think it'll be able to overtake the 200BX. That 200BX is really, really struggling. Now, whoa, I can't get the turning. I was going to go for a big old torpedo, but I ran out of turning to do it. Oh, and no! I thought I got the checkpoint. Oh, it's all gone wrong for me. My cheating ways. Of course, you've got to hit the checkpoints from a certain angle to get them. My cheating ways have got the better of me. There's only one thing for it. There's only one thing for it here. We must try. Oh, come on. No, he's going to do it. Piss. Apparently apparently that was a success. It was something. It was certainly something. I'm not sure how much of a success it was, though. Well, there was a off-road race scenario. Unfortunately, whenever I load that one in, the AI don't seem to want to drive. They work fine for the tarmac race. I don't know whether I've got conflicting mods somewhere, something confusing. I imagine... Jesus, that's a lot of turbo noise. Hold on a second. Huge amounts of turbo noise in this car. That's, is that new? I don't remember it making that much noise before. It's a little bit choppy at times. Oh, that's a big jump. We're fine. Got a big tabletop jump. Not sure the rally car is really the thing that you wanted around here. More sort of trophy truck-esque circuit, this one. I'm liking it though. As a track to race around and go. This one's pretty damn cool. Whoa! Okay, so it loops around on itself. Actually, another fairly long circuit as well. A little bit of bumps to run across there. Jesus, that kind of sounds like. Sounds like somebody's got a very angry Dyson and attached, or I say an angry Dyson, it sounds like somebody's kind of hoovered up some Lego bricks into an angry Dyson, and that's the sort of sound that we would expect to come from. Yeah, maybe some bolts have fallen off and they're rattling around inside the turbo. That could also be an explanation. I think is that a lap? I'm not actually quite sure where the lap ends around here. I definitely think we've been around a full kind of circuit here. Yeah, because I go back up towards the hairpin now. This is a very cool circuit. I like this one for a off-road stadium truck, trophy truck style of circuit. Again, fairly confined around it. Ooh. a fairly confined, a fairly narrow circuit. You've got to make sure you have enough speed to get across there, otherwise you're going to be in an awful lot of trouble. But yeah, circuits go pretty good. Not quite as vicious as the Baja Rama circuit or the Reckoning circuit that I had. This one, yeah, is... it'll certainly punish cars that are not designed for off-roading. In fact, I'll tell you what, so the rally car in as we come around towards our second lap, we kind of bent up a front wheel, but nothing too bad. Seeing as we do quite like destroying circuits. Destroying cars. I mean, destroying circuits sometimes. More likely the cars. Shall we grab something very much not meant to go off-road, a mod that hopefully still works, because God knows what mods do and don't work anymore. Let's grab the Fiat. Sure. Let's get the better... I guess, yeah, the slightly better of the Fiats and see how long this one lasts. Oh, listen to that. Amazing. We thought the angry turbo on the I-Series was good. Listen to the rattle and tinniness of the Fiat's engine. Okay, audience, take your bets. How long will the little hatchback last? Bear in mind that from the Driven to Destruction series and so on, little hatchbacks can survive. They can survive. It's likely to be drive axles, wheel axles snapping, that can get them. Overheating, of course, is always a possibility. Don't know what brakes are going to be like overheating-wise. If we lose brakes, we could be in a little bit of bother. Because this is probably not going to have race brakes. Although we're not got too much in the way of big, heavy stops. Ah, crap, radiators. Yeah, radiator is now leaking at the front. Will we have the speed to clear the jump? Oh, just. You need about 50 miles an hour to get across there, and we do 50, about 52 I think with this, and we will just about make it. Oh, God, it's getting chucked around no end. And this car was not preheated, and it is getting warm already with that radiator having gone. Oh, we've got rear wheel damage. Rear right is buckled in. Now, it's not crippling yet, but a few more hits like that and we will probably see it start to get undrivable. So we have completed a lap. The little Fiat has made it around a lap here. The temperature is now starting to go up. Oh, will it really be overheating that sees the car die? Oh, I wouldn't be surprised, quite frankly. I mean, the actual wheel axles themselves are doing a pretty good job. And I mean, this course, the way that a lot of the jumps are designed, of course, if we're going quick enough in this, it should have an okay landing zone. When it came to kind of building the Reckoning circuits, and certainly with some of the Baja Rama jumps, okay, we go across at 48 miles an hour there. They were designed to have harsher landings. While you could sometimes get away with getting a car to land nicely somewhere, they were designed to be tougher landings than a normal off-road racing circuit. This one is a more traditional circuit. I mean, it's still going to kill a car like this. It is going to be... it's going to be radiator. Well, radiator gone means coolant leaks everywhere and the engine will overheat and then expire. Piston rings are gone. We have just about made it onto a third time around. Will we make the next jump? And the smoke is billowing out of everywhere on the car. Yeah, I mean, the wheel axles took a little bit of a battering. Suspension at the back's given up, but nothing major. The oil's now starting to overheat. We've got a hairpin coming up. If we can survive it to the big cross-track jump, I'd be impressed with the car. Some vehicles can run for ages when overheating. I'm not sure that this is going to be one of them. Oh, there goes the rear bumper. It's probably going to cut out. Oh, head gasket's gone. Oh no, it's not going to make the jump. It's not going to make the jump. It's going to go straight into the... Oh. Straight into the other side. That is going to be, I think, a dead engine. Yeah. Of all of the places for it to start losing power, that is not the place that you want it to give up. That is not the place you want it to give up at all. Did pretty well, though. Did pretty well, yeah. I mean, it's harsh, of course, on a car like this, but not the worst you could imagine, as smoke is going to pour out of everywhere. That was a look, though, at the West Coast USA map. There's a lot to do here. There's a lot to do. A proper full-on racetrack, this very entertaining off-road area. There's a huge city to go and explore. In fact, if we just go Control-C, we can zoom out. and you can have a look at the sheer scope of this map. That was a city over there that we started in. There we've got the racetrack, got the motorway that sweeps off over in those directions. It's a hell of an impressive map, this one. There's a huge amount of detail inside. Okay, it's not the biggest city in a video game ever, but there's a big amount of detail inside that city, and the game's still running very, very well. I imagine on lower-end PCs, this map might give them some issues. I don't quite know how well that will all pan out. Oh, what's on the island? Hold on! We will go and investigate the island before we actually realise there was a way to get to said island. Oh, I mean, it is closed off. What's on the Magical Mystery Island? We will just sort of whiz along here. Is it going to be just empty? I think it might just be an empty island. Yeah, kind of an empty island to go explore. To go off-roading across, sure. But, yeah, really, really very, very cool map. Highly recommend you go and have a look at it. And I look forward to seeing what people might do in terms of certainly like creating rally stages around the city and that kind of thing. I think you could have a lot of fun. Maybe I'll have a go at making my own kind of rally special stage around the city in between the buildings and with these kind of slopes and hills to climb around. Could and will be a lot of fun. That, though, is going to be it from me. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.